If you had to name the fusion dance between Caulifla and Kale yourself, what would you name that fusion? Because Kefla doesn't really sound like a split between the Caulifla and Kale name for the Potara fusion, so there seems to be some sort of wiggle room when it comes to fusion names. And so when it goes to the fusion dance, what do you want to call it? Let me know in the comment section below and I'll check them all out. Even though I put my own name on her, I think that you guys may be able to come out with a better one. Let me know right now.
Prepare yourself, ZhiendZ.
If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss an upload. These are today's hashtag end of video squad winners. If you would like to join them, make sure to jump down in the comment section below after you watch till the end of this video. Drop a comment with the hashtag end of video squad for a chance to be given a shout out in my next video. Let's start from the very beginning. When I was first introduced to Caulifla and Kale, I really didn't like Caulifla that much. She seemed very stereotypical, so gung-ho, so trying to get stronger even though she is the strongest one. It seemed like something we've seen before. Her biggest asset, no pun intended, her biggest asset was Kale. Kale I really hadn't seen before, even though she is sort of mimicked from the original Broly, how he was quiet and how he was mousy. Yeah, she was sort of modeled after him, but as a female companionship to Caulifla, that was a little bit new to me, so I was very interested to see how their relationship developed. And then the tingly feeling thing happened, and I was completely off both of them for a while, because the tingly feeling to me was a load of horseshit. But when we got into the Tournament of Power, that is when both of them shined. There was more to Caulifla than just fight. She was very similar to Goku in all aspects except for the one where she was basically taking care of Kale. And not only that, she is a leader to her gang. So she had several other aspects of her life that were a little bit different than Goku's, even though her personality was the same. I always took Caulifla as being sort of a genius fighter, similar to how in Naruto you had ninja that were just genius level and could get things really quickly like Sasuke and Neji, and that's how I saw Caulifla. That's why Kaba went to go search for her. That's why Kaba went to go find her, because she was one of the strongest Saiyans on the planet. And in contrast, Kaba isn't really that strong and is very shitty at being a Saiyan. He's not very powerful, doesn't have a lot of techniques, and even though he went into Super Saiyan, he had to go into Super Saiyan on his own terms. He had to go into Super Saiyan believing that Vegeta would kill his entire planet. And with Caulifla, because she's a genius, she found out the whole tingly feeling thing. So that's kind of how I saw them as the Tournament of Power started developing, and we saw the differences between all three of these Universe 6 Saiyans. And then we had all that growth between Caulifla and Kale. They were a sisterhood, and there were heavy tones of it being a little bit more Legend of Korra vibes, I know. But Caulifla definitely helped Kale get over her berserkness. She even helped her develop the berserk transformation and quote-unquote perfected, even though I don't think it's perfected. I think that she's just tapping into some of it while remaining in control of her body, which I think that this form is still nerfed when it comes to the whole raging out aspect of it. But Caulifla is essential to Kale and Kale is to Caulifla. Their relationship is much better than the Goku and Vegeta relationship, and yet we've seen these four Saiyans fuse together, and we don't really focus on the Caulifla-Kale fusion that much. I mean, a lot of us like Kefla, but trust me, it's not for the same reasons that we like Vegito. But when Kefla was introduced, for me, I thought that her design was top fucking notch. her base design and her more berserk looking design. I think her base design was perfect. The red outfit, her focus on the Caulifla traits, her confidence, everything. Her introduction was cool. In base form, she was so powerful that she shook the entire arena. She flew right past Super Saiyan God with no trouble at all. And she was on that same level. Although, granted, Super Saiyan God Goku was weakened and tired at that time, but Super Saiyan God is nothing to laugh at. And finally, for the first time, I felt like it was believable that the fusion was on that same level. Like, the power scaling was there. And Vados even explained it at some level while she was fused, so it made sense. Kefla, to me, was the highlight of the Tournament of Power besides Mastered Ultra Instinct and Ultra Instinct Omen Goku. But we all know there is one more fusion type that is available to Kale and Caulifla, and that is the Fusion Dance. Now, I always thought that the Potara fusion was so much better than the Fusion Dance. It seemed like it had a longer time of resonance. It seemed like it was easier. You could just put the earrings on and boom, there you go. It made beings that were not as powerful as their enemies completely overpower them. And it just seemed like the easier route. But now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm diving into it, and after Dragon Ball Super Broly, I don't think that's the case anymore. I think that the Fusion Dance is where the mortals get their advantage over the gods. Because the Potara fusion requires that you get the earrings from gods. Which, I mean, not every god is going to give you their earrings for you to fuse, or else these fights in all of Dragon Ball would have gone very easily. These are sort of hard to come by. I mean, the Majin Buu threat was a serious universe level threat that they could not get past. That was why Vegeta was born. Kefla was born because Universe 6 likes to cheat. This is not an easy thing to come by. So what do they have left? What do mortals have left? Well, they have the Fusion Dance. And the Fusion Dance seems to be easily taught. Piccolo is a master teacher, and Piccolo can teach Kefla and Kale Fusion Dance. If he met them, if he trained them, if they came over to Earth and trained. With Goku, Piccolo is there. I don't imagine Goku giving up the opportunity to teach these two the Fusion Dance because he's already fought Kefla, and he knows how powerful this girl's fusion is. I mean, these girls are on point, they're in sync, they're, some would say, in love. Something Goku and Vegeta clearly don't have for each other. So their fusion, in my opinion, is like the perfect fusion. They're fused perfectly. They're integral. They're just so combined to every level that their fusion comes out 100%. Goku's not going to give up that opportunity if they go and train with him. So when they go to train, they learn the Fusion Dance. And they become, well, I don't know what the hell they become, because splicing up their names really only leaves you with Caulifla, and that sounds horrible. So I went on the internet, found this post on GameFAQs, GameSpot, talking about this fusion, and I don't know if this is right or not, but fuck it, I like the way it sounds. Archon Revan says, taking the kanji from their names and applying Fusion Dance rules results in the name Kariru. And then Akira the Best translated it. With the translation, it means Kali. To me, this is probably the most appropriate name for this fusion. They are so Akali. I love it. I love the name, but I wanted to see if you guys could come up with a better name, because really the sky's the limit at this point, seeing as how Kefla, again, really isn't one that splits their names in two, at least not in English. So I came up with Kali looking at these posts. Let me know your thoughts again in the comment section. Now, what would this fusion entail? Like, what would be the characteristics of this fusion? And I gotta tell you guys that I think this would be one of the best fusions that we've seen so far, mainly because I think that this one would be heavy Kale centric. I think that Kale's personality would shine more through, so you would get a more quiet and less cocky warrior, not so shy and scared, but more quiet and reserved, similar to the original Gogeta. I think that's the kind of warrior you would get. And because it's more Kale centric, I think that this fusion would master Kale's Berserk state. I think that that's the direction that we're seeing here. I think that the Kefla fusion kind of went in that direction of when Kale perfected it, quote unquote perfected it, and became this sort of quasi Berserk fusion look. Yeah, I think that's the direction that the Kefla fusion went when they went to Super Saiyan, which is fine. I love that look. Trust me, I love that look. But I think that with the Kali fusion, you could get a more bigger, more Berserk looking Kali, but similar to how Hulk in Endgame is in control of all his senses, I think that's what we would get with this fusion. A Berserk state that is in control of all their senses. So not really Berserk, but at least big and bulky. And that would be the Super Saiyan Berserk form that the fusion would get after it had transformed to Super Saiyan. Now this form would be extremely powerful and would be one of the strongest forms in all of Dragon Ball, the way I would scale it. But the only way to do that and to nerf it in some way, if it's that powerful, is to have it ki guzzle. Guzzle all that ki and then guzzle the time that you are in fusion. So whatever fight you go into, you better take that person out right away, because you're gonna defuse and it's gonna kill your time. That is the only handicap that I have for this fusion, but I think that this would be one of the coolest fusions out there. But if you have any other attributes you want to add to this fusion, any other theories, let me know in the comment section below. I may revisit this topic again in the future and maybe bring up some of these theories that you guys throw in the comment section. Let me know. If you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Thank you so much. Don't forget to drop your comment with the hashtag End of Video Squad to be possibly given a shout out in my next video. Today I'm going to be responding to C-Fan. This only proves that Vegeta kissed Bulma. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but yeah, Vegeta being surprised that Goku has never kissed Chi-Chi has only outed himself that he is making out with Bulma on the regular. Thank you so much for your insight and your comment. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.